The skies over the Middle East footage just released captures Ukrainian interceptor drones shooting down Iranian Shaheds in midair over the Middle East. These are not ordinary drones. Some are variants that have been upgraded and integrated by Russian forces, meaning Ukrainian systems are now intercepting Russia-linked weapons outside of Ukraine's own borders. This is an unprecedented operational milestone that signals a dramatic expansion of the conflict's technological reach. Boots on the ground in the Gulf, more than 200 Ukrainian air defense specialists are already deployed across Gulf countries. These are not advisors sitting in offices. They are actively countering Iranian drone attacks in real time and helping construct layered defense systems on the ground. Their presence marks the quiet beginning of a new kind of military partnership, one built not on promises, but on live operational results. Why the Gulf is listening. The reason Gulf states are moving toward Ukraine is simple. Ukraine works. It offers a proven, battle-hardened solution against the exact same Shahed drones and ballistic missiles now threatening Gulf infrastructure and stability. This is not theory borrowed from a military textbook. It is doctrine forged under fire, refined through thousands of real engagements, and validated on the most contested airspace in modern warfare. Saudi Arabia opens the door. Saudi Arabia has reached a defense cooperation arrangement with Ukraine that opens the path for major contracts, advanced technology transfer, and direct investment into Ukrainian defense production lines. For Riyadh, this is a strategic recalibration, moving away from dependence on traditional partners and toward a combat-proven supplier that understands modern asymmetric threats at their core. Qatar signs for the long game. Qatar has signed a 10-year defense partnership with Ukraine focused on joint production and the development of long-term capabilities to counter modern aerial threats. A decade-long commitment signals that this is not opportunistic deal-making. It is a fundamental repositioning of Qatar's security architecture around Ukraine's industrial and operational expertise. The UAE brings energy and capital. The UAE has entered into a cooperation agreement that goes beyond weapons and systems. It includes critical energy support, such as diesel and essential fuel supplies, helping Ukraine sustain military logistics and infrastructure through periods of intense disruption. Separately, the UAE has been linked to a near $1 billion investment into Firepoint, a Ukrainian defense tech company, backing scalable, combat-proven technology at a level that signals genuine strategic confidence, from aid recipient to security exporter. Taken together, these moves represent a historic inversion. Ukraine is no longer seen primarily as a country receiving support from the international community. It is now increasingly recognized as a provider of security solutions, a defense exporter whose value proposition is not branding or marketing, but 3 years of uninterrupted combat experience against one of the world's largest militaries. Building the network, not just the weapon. What Ukraine is offering is not a single system, but an interconnected military network designed to function under constant attack. Radar systems detect and track threats early. Electronic warfare disrupts enemy drone guidance and degrades their ability to be controlled. Interceptor drones move in to destroy what gets through. These layers do not operate in isolation. They feed each other data, coordinate in real time, and form a continuous kill chain from detection to destruction. Ukraine can produce up to 2,000 interceptor drones per day if sufficient funding is secured, with continuous production enabling faster adaptation based on live combat feedback, transferring the mind, not just the machine. Perhaps the most valuable export is invisible. Ukraine is transferring operational knowledge, the tactics, coordination methods, and split-second decision-making frameworks shaped by continuous exposure to drone and missile attacks. Ukrainian Patriot crews have adapted the system so effectively in combat that the United States itself is now studying their methods. Ukraine has become a source of operational doctrine, turning battlefield improvisation into institutional knowledge now being exported to partners worldwide. The new security architecture and what it means for Russia. This is the formation of a new regional security framework built around Ukraine's battlefield experience. As Gulf states grow dependent on Ukrainian systems for protection against Iranian threats, Their security becomes structurally tied to Ukraine's capabilities and survival. If Gulf funding continues and these partnerships mature into long-term production and training arrangements, Ukraine secures sustained financing and stable demand for its defense industry. And if this network continues to expand, Russia will no longer face Ukraine alone on the battlefield. It will face a coalition whose stability depends on countering every strike Moscow launches.